today we're gonna look at a few things that you can now create with the things that we recently got to Fortnite Creative. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. Okay, so before we jump into the double jumps, I want to quickly mention a few things which got removed over the days where the update came out, and then obviously a few things got added accidentally. And we gotta start with the first one, which probably is a little bit sad for some of you guys, but the tornado did get removed. You cannot find the developer settings in any of the devices anymore. There were a few devices which had the developer settings, but all of them are gone now, so you can, if you technically have them still, you can use them. You can copy them even. Everything that has developer setting is now gone. Also, the proximity chat, which some of you guys saw, is completely gone now. It is completely removed. And yeah, sadly, maybe it's coming back because I think there's an audio bug in Fortnite right now. So maybe that is the reason why. But currently, the proximity chat is sadly gone. However, one good thing which I hear from many people that it's also unintentional, but it is still in the game, which means that the cars, you can basically still duplicate them how much you want. So you can have as many cars as you want still. So it seems like the car limit is not removed yet, but here it is unintentional, so it might get removed as well. So I would not tamper too much with it, and maybe they're leaving it in, but if you like publish an island or something, it might get removed. But enough of the bad news. Now I want to show you guys how you can make your own augments in Fortnite Creative, especially a double jump one, and which is apparently also coming to normal BR, so you can basically have a head start on BR. To create the double jump in the first place without any VFX, you first of all need the new and updated movement modifier. You can find the device under the name of the movement modulator. This is the old name of this device, and it was basically a different device. But if you pull it out, you can see that it is now called the movement modifier. So if you're still looking for this device, it is the movement modulator. But the reason why this device is now so amazing is because of this new option, which you can see above my head here. It is the apply remote impulse, which means basically you can send any signal from any device. It can be a trigger, can be a remote control, and basically give the player a movement boost in some kind of sort. The cool thing is that this device now is basically a 2-in-1 device, which allows us to give movement boosts and movement modulation, which means you can only run over it and get faster speed. Or if you go into the device and then you activate the impulse setting, you can even give yourself a jump boost. And you can obviously modify that jump boost on the upwards impulse as much as you want. If you go here and put it to 5,000 and let's say forward 10,000. Oh, I think it only goes up to 5,000. So if we go 5,000 forwards and 5,000 upwards, we can basically give ourselves an insane movement boost or a insane boost here, which basically shoots us across the map. All we have to do to give this movement boost as a double jump or give it via trigger signal is basically take out a trigger. You can use whatever trigger you want for this, but my preferred option for this one would be the remote control, because you can click it and then basically send an impulse to yourself. However, you cannot send yourself any signals if you do not have the actual device for this one, and this one is the single remote control manager. So in the single remote manager, this one also got changed a little bit. You now have to basically say which tier you want to use for the single remotes. So in my case, we have the uncommon, which is green one. You can also see that on the color here. So this one is the uncommon, and then you can basically go into your settings. There's not a lot of settings in there, so basically the cooldown is how fast you want to press the buttons. You have 2 buttons, and so for example we can take just one, and then we can basically go to our event graphs over here, which if you don't know how you can find them, you first of all have to convert your island into the event system. So it's over here. Make sure that you convert that. Also make sure that you convert it to the devices 2.0, but that's obviously something completely new. If you have set up everything like that, make sure that you now go into either the primary fire or the secondary fire. So for example, it would be the mouse button left and right click, and for the controllers it would be the bumpers on the back. Now basically all you have to do is go into the primary action or secondary action, select the device, look for the movement modifier that you have. So in my case, this is the movement modifier 3. Gonna press that in here, make sure that is when activated, and then basically you're done. So now if you start the game and then you select the right remote controller, in my case this is obviously the green one, we can press the button, and you can see we are flying far away. You can now press this from any range in your map. You get shot forward, and you can basically also then use this as a double jump, because you can jump and then press it while in the air too. But what if you want to spice up your double jumps a little bit? You can obviously set this up with the VFX creator and give it, like, for example, this flame boost over here, which I created. It is not hard to create these. There's even a website for them if you cannot create them yourself. But basically all you have to do within this device is same thing. Basically go into your event graphs over here and then scroll a little bit down and then make sure that you spawn these on the player while activating your trigger button, so the left or right mouse click or the bumpers. So in my case, this would be spawn at a player, movement modifier 2, and then on activation. It is super simple. The only thing that is important, if you create a VFX yourself, make sure that you have stick to player on flame, which I have here. I will show you guys the thing on the screen right now, and it's not really hard to do. You can see all the settings. You can pause the video obviously if you want to. It is really nothing complicated. You can freely copy that. So in my case, this one is the purple one, and if we jump with this one, you can see that we get the fire. Obviously you cannot see it really good in game for yourself, but other people will see it very clearly, and it looks really cool from outside. Sadly for yourself, this specific one doesn't look too cool. But there's obviously other effects which you can do, maybe on a gun or something. And that is basically all you have to do to create your own double jumps in Fortnite Creative. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys back in the next one. Bye.